Good morning. Wishing you all a good morning. Anyways, I just couldn't resist making a point of this here. Here's the boat. I could lob an egg at that and hit that with no problem. And that pot's probably 10 feet, like almost under the boat here, because they got the tide. They got extra lines so they don't pull the buoys under the water. Anyone who crab fishes knows. A whole string of these things all around us here. They're just all over the place. I mean, there's a string of these things everywhere. You can see them bobbing. Anyways, normally they plant them in rows, offset maybe 20 yards, 60 yards apart, and run them in a row down along the channel. Here's more out here behind us. More over there. And there. Just coming back and forth at night, it's like a hazard not to get caught up in their silly little crab pots that they don't know how to plant in any order, fashion, or haphazardly. Obviously there's some sort of intent. So anyways, there you go. Clowns. This boat's been anchored for a while. We do have priority. They pick up and replant their pot every time they pull their crab pot. That is the anchor. This is our scope. That out there is our buoy. Just like the one they removed one morning for our lead line. And the other one was for our stern line. The wind blew, we had to let go of the stern line. It's inside of our scope. So when we put on the stern to change the angle we ride through the waves and the wind with, well, within inside our scope. Our scope is a circle from where our anchor is planted to the ass end of our boat, plus at least the length of our boat, like 50 feet minimum. Nobody has any business inside that scope or doing any crab pot planting. These guys are, as I call, inbred and brain dead. And, well, it's not really a bunch of them. It's one in particular. He'd be making gator bait from where I come from. Anyways, we call him crab pot boy, gator bait boy, crab bait boy, but he's really known as light bar boy because on the way home from his fishing expedition, one day he discovered they had a light bar for a truck or something at Walmart. And he picked himself a light bar and he built himself a 2x4 box over his little skiff. And he runs around in the morning with this big old light bar on. Anyways, kind of funny. Takes all kinds. So anyways, there you go. That's your sign. So at any rate, yeah. We come out one morning and checked our stuff after the storm had blown that night, early morning, twilight, all through the night during a night watch. Our buoy was about twice this far, 2.5 times at the most this far, not even, from that, with our big stern line on it. Big heavy duty black rope, even bigger than this one. And we were going to tie back up to our other anchor when the wind stopped blowing in the morning. 20 minutes later I come out and he's got crab pots planted all around us. And our buoy and our rope and our anchor are missing. Quite interesting to say. Well, it is what it is. But yeah, got all kinds out here on the East Coast. So, that's the kind of shit you deal with in Anchorage out here in the shit bay of Shitville. Yeah. The water's polluted. The shellfish are dead for 20 plus years. Nothing living out here. The only life that flows in and out of here comes in the current that comes up from the Caribbean up the coast and flows in here during the tide, and then the water's clear, and then it goes back out to this milky gray shit. You can't see your hand as far in front of your face, and it really nasty. And when you pull your anchor, the mud slash sand slash crap smells so bad. It smells worse than the dirt at a junkyard, old transmission fluid oil, you know, that kind of stuff. nothing natural. Yeah. Anyways, so we got a blow coming up. I don't have any way to show it to you. There's a chart. I'll post a deal on my Facebook so you can see the chart. And this is predicted, 4 days ahead of time. It's very accurate. So it shows we're going to get a nor'easter blow, and the wind's already coming out of the nor'easter, because that's Easter right there, and that's north right there. And hey, it's northeast. We're gonna get a strong blow, a little more out of the north than the northeast. And yeah, we won't get any crazy swells coming from here because there's a beach there. I mean, it's shallow. But we'll get waves, wind-driven waves. We can get some big waves too, but we'll get swells that'll come off the ocean. They'll ricochet around in here, so it makes it kind of interesting. The anchorage is shallow, so when the tide goes out, you're more worried about the bottom or bunking on the bottom or bouncing on the bottom. But it's just going to be a strong blow, a lot of chop. And my sister, Bonnie, is on shore since long before it was light out, getting that other run of stuff she has to pick up and take care of some things. And very shortly she'll be ringing the radio or the phone, whatever. Oh, I guess she won't be ringing the phone because her phone's here in the boat. I think she forgot it this morning somehow. So yeah, but she'll be hitting me on the radio saying she's approaching the area, and I'll meet her at the dock and pick her up, and then we'll get her and supplies and things back to the boat, and then we'll be doing our thing, I guess, right? That's what we do out here, living life on the hook. Anyways, so wishing you all an awesome weekend. We will be probably dropping contact. I don't think there's much cell phone service out there. We can barely get it from land there or there. And this is a weak signal, so it comes from somewhere over there, or it's just for the state park that's there. We pick ours up, from a couple miles inland from the other side of that bay over there. And it's 4 miles away on that side. So 6 miles to the point. And beyond the point, Big Bay. So that's just open water. And then you got the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, 10 miles, the island for it. Oh, it's 10 miles out further over the horizon. So, yeah, I'm not sure how that's all going to work out. But, yeah, we're playing with anchorage and stuff. And when the wind's done, I'll play. If she gets back here soon enough, I'll put the foam from the outboard thing, consume that up, recycle it. It's going to go into the bottom of the pods. We're going to put polystyrene in the bottom because the cellulite foam's only 98% max. Even 6 pound density for, we're going to use 2 pound probably for the flotation. So that stuff actually will absorb water over time. So what we're going to do is actually be smarter than that and put the polystyrene on the bottom in the first 10 inches, pack it in tight for flotation that will not soak up water if it was ever to leak or anything like that, like the old stuff did. Get 400 pounds of wet foam and water between that pod right there and that pod right there. And there's 2 pods up front that are sealed in as well, but they're flotation in case the boat takes damage. It's a lifeboat basically. It doesn't sink. So anyways, got stuff to do. Got our panels up. I'll be securing panels today and doing some other things as the wind picks up. We get to play around with that. Maybe we'll actually get that anchor up. If we get some good swells going, maybe we can get that anchor up. Use the swells to do it. Put the tractor rope back on it and get it to do its thing. And yeah, so we got stuff we got planned. But we're checking in. This is a tractor rope right here. This is one hell of a heavy rope. And yeah, the other day, 4 minutes of me playing with it with the outboard, yanking it through the collar up there, it shredded that. Not even. So we hooked the tractor rope up to these. Do a double tangent pull between it, but yeah, it shredded it when it went off the pulley. Those pulleys are sharp, huge brass pulleys, and the edges of them, they're machined, so they're not razor sharp. But you get a rope down there with 6,000 pounds, 7,000 pounds, more than that probably, And when I start pulling sideways, it's a 5-to-1 multiplier. So yeah, chewed that rope up in just minutes. But it's no big deal. The rope's expendable. We just kept it to use for certain things so we don't wreck the other ropes. But the wind's picking up, as predicted. I have to get to tending to some items that are up here. So, you see how quick it picks up? It's all happened within almost the time of this video. Oh. Okay, I have to go secure some panels. Y'all have fun now. Alright, bye-bye.